currently Sunday, the 30th of August, 2015. Meteorologist Robert Spetta here with you today for the WesternPacificWeather.com update here. And really, this is one of the first updates we've had in a while where we had no tropical systems to talk about out here in the Western Pacific. Actually, a weak wave just east of Palau, kind of spinning up there. We also had a low pressure area move over the Philippines, brought some scattered showers across much of the region. And really, the biggest topic out here today is all of this convection flaring up along southern portions of China and stretching all the way off here across much of Japan. That is what we kind of call the Shirin front. It is more or less the fall rainy season front, believe it or not, and it was kind of kicked off when we had Goni move through, which remnants still over here, and Atsani back towards the east, pulled in a lot of cool air from the north, and we had a lot of warm air come up with Goni, and then, well, the interaction just kind of set up this areas of low pressure. The jet stream over top of this location as well, so it's really flaring up a lot of thunderstorms. And if you're going to be experiencing any severe weather along this frontal area over the next several days, actually, as we go ahead through Monday, you can just see a new low developing out of eastern China. It charges off towards the northeast, really bringing with it widespread rain showers across much of western Japan by Monday afternoon and the evening, and eventually working its way over there towards most of Honshu. Tokyo is going to see on and off showers here on your Sunday, basically, as we have those thunderstorms rolling through. Most of it's going to stay situated near the coastline, but as we go over towards the radar, idea that it's not terribly widespread, most likely near the coast. If you're out here in Kanagawa, I think you're going to see some passing showers even back there towards Shikoku, but really this is more or less just that stationary boundary, and that's going to taper off, but then come back into full effect by Monday afternoon into Tuesday. Address the question on everybody's mind. I mean, it's the end of August going into September here, and what we're talking about is the tropics, of course. So really, what's going to be happening out here? Well, we actually have Kilo. It's over here towards the east. See that little low kind of spinning up? It's coming into the 180 threshold. It's going to expect it to kind of track off here towards the northwest, and there's a few things that could happen. Actually, with the GFS model, it really flares up this storm system quite strong and keeps it on a westerly track due to a high pressure area just off here towards the north. I think that eventually this is going to recurve towards the north and eventually the northeast. It would be unlikely for it to stay south of a high pressure ridge, and at the very least we have that rainy season front now that would thrust anything off towards the northeast. So I'm not really too worried about this storm system. And also its two cousins just farther towards the east, Shio and Jimana, both out here, both all major hurricanes, by the way, very strong. This is Hawaii right here. They're kind of surrounded by this one. Ignacio may very well actually clip Hawaii, bring some tropical storm strength winds, but all three of these storm systems not expected to impact any land masses in the Western Pacific, maybe some of the smaller islands with Kilo, but right now it doesn't look like too threatening. But this is a classic El Nino setup, by the way. Anyone that says the El Nino is not in full force, I mean, this is pretty obvious that you got all these storm systems, temperature anomaly in the Eastern Pacific way above average. This is showing you what the GFS is showing with Kilo kind of racing off here towards the west. As I mentioned, some of these smaller islands out here very well could be impacted. So it's something you're going to continue to keep an eye on. I think Wake Island, that's actually probably the one that's just going to get closest to if this was to hold through. But look at this low coming across Japan. That acts as a wall, kind of like a valley with this water flowing into that, and that'll shoot it off towards the north. For now, though, the rainy season front, the fall rainy season front, kind of the big topic. Nothing impacting the Philippines over through the Southeast Asia region, at least as far as any organized tropical activity. On that note, I do want to leave you with this image. This is actually the leftovers of Atsani, and it is still out here. It's actually got a blocking high, an omega high just off towards the east that is keeping the storm system in place, and it is just absolutely fierce. Actually, take a look at this. This is a meteor app. And let's scroll back and take a look at the winds off here towards the Aleutian Islands. And it's just a massive storm system continuing to linger, and winds stretching all the way from Kamchatka over through eastern portions or western portions of Alaska with this storm system as it does continue to linger out here. Definitely making for some rough waves as well. I am sure that I would not want to be a boat off in this region. So we got our low here developing, and yeah, all our other stuff going on out here in the Central Pacific. But that's all for now. Thanks again for watching here at WesternPacificWeather.com, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please post them down there in the comment box below. And as always, stay safe out there.